People are going crazy for this new build and release offer, and it's with reason because it allows them to stop being the one thing that will keep you from ever scaling a business, and that is being a commodity. So much so that I even have a friend who's not necessarily in our programs, but who I used to work in 9 to 5. Then, with my success, I was killing it in the online game, then started an agency in the real estate niche, I believe. And, I just suggested someone who had a good course around starting a real estate agency. And now he's realized that, like, hey, I need to actually, after going through the challenge, he realized that I need to start selling build and release so I can sell the whole infrastructure for real estate agents. And he sent me a screenshot of spending like $800 on ads and booking calls and then selling over $12,000 worth of infrastructures to realtors. So it's working really well. Clients are killing it. But yeah, if you're not thinking about avoiding commodity and being commoditized, then you're going to get lost in this doom loop, which is you're just spending more money on acquisition, doing more outreach, setting up cold emails, launching ads, all this stuff just for you to spend a shit ton of money, a crazy ton of time, acquiring clients, only to lose that client after 2 months and not being profitable on your cost of acquisition and your cost of fulfillment. Therefore, you're running around twice as much just to stay in the same position. So client acquisition is not the problem you have right now if you're struggling to scale a business. What you need to do is you need to create insane lifetime value with each client that you work with. And the only way you can achieve that is go crazy with your pricing, charge premium prices. But in order to charge premium prices, you need to solve more problems. Okay? And that's what the build and release do. But yeah, check out this video that's coming up next.
Yeah, I just had a couple questions for the build and release that we're working on.
Yeah.
Was talking with Sam last week, and he had an idea. And I want to see what you think about that.
Yeah.
So we were thinking like maybe you could not place a setter in the beginning in the build and release, and like kind of give him a condition where like we're gonna build the systems, we're gonna create the ads for you, but we need you to like set up X amount of appointments yourself before we place a setter, so you know how to handle this, like how to manage a setter, and like you are more engaged, like the agent is more engaged in the process. What do you think about that?
I like that, but I would probably make it a condition that setters will come in place maybe by like month 2 or month 3 of the program. Right? So meaning, because having someone to do the work is probably the reason why people would probably be down to pay a lot more money up front. So you putting that as a condition, like once they've done something, kind of like removes the beauty, the attractiveness of the build and release offer, right? So now I understand that where you guys were coming from, which is, hey, let's actually prove the thing. Let's make sure you actually understand how the appointment setting workflow is going to work, right?
Yeah.
But I would still make sure that we're helping them get the talent. It doesn't necessarily mean you train the setters. It could just be like I told Carson, you could just build a pool of people, and then you can just be that as your fulfillment mechanism, you know. But I wouldn't remove the setter thing. I would keep it. Yeah.
Awesome, noted. And also, do you think we should require for like a minimum ad budget for the build release?
Yeah, for sure. Probably you should probably get them to spend, I don't know, like $500 a month minimum, right? But that's depending on the lead, how much a lead costs normally in the insurance space, right? So if it's like $5, $10, cool. Then that should be enough for you to be able to get an appointment and preferably close one deal at least and make your return.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. And also, when it comes to the building the offer, like how do you add scarcity and urgency without sounding like you're trying to like hard close them?
I would, well, you need to give them a better offer, right? So I think one of the things that I used to do back then is kind of like be like, hey, the program is, let's say 15K, but if you make a decision right now, we can give you like a 30-40% discount if you want to sign up, but you have to make a decision and pay, let's say, somewhat upfront. and only make so you essentially gotta be like, you're giving them something, but you're capping it. Like, you're giving them a bonus, but like you're removing it, right? So as an example, maybe this would be a better way to do it. You could find the thing that is the most attractive, right? So let's say appointment setter will set up your ads, we will review them, whatever, right? And you would be like, hey, if you sign up right now, these bonuses are going to be included in your fulfillment for free, but we can only deliver it for like 3 people a month. So you literally add scarcity on the mechanism, not on them making a decision. So you're like, hey, like as an example, one other thing I do on a Webby, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but I'll give them the main offer. Like, we'll build your offer, we'll build your sales systems, we'll give you the appointments, access to appointment setters, we'll give you access to like our sales stuff, right? And then I give you guys the price, right? But that's not really what my offer is. I keep the best things last. I give you the features, give you the price, so you complain and you feel like, oh, I don't know about the price, it's expensive. And then bonuses are like, we'll actually give you access to a growth consultant, we'll give you access to a systems integrator, we'll give you access to help with recruiting, we'll give you access to a ticket to Spain with us. But these bonuses are not for everyone. If you sign up at this price or at the payment plan, you get access to this bonus, but it's only available to, let's say, like the first 3 people. So it's almost like, find the most valuable thing, attach it as a bonus, as a conditional bonus, right? And then so that's kind of like how you would do it in a manner that isn't like super salesy and things like that. So you essentially find the most valuable thing and you give it as a bonus, and you add conditions to that bonus, which is, you need to sign up at this time, you need to pay this price, right? Or if you get if you sign up faster, you get these bonuses that are normally capped in size, in numbers, and in time. Do you understand? Does that make sense a little bit?
I understand, but in this case, like, what could I put as a bonus? Because I feel like everything is kind of like essential. So if I go to the 3 components, is like build the ads campaign, right? Mm-hmm. So you have the leads, create the funnels, we educate and filter the leads, and we create intent, and then place a setter, right? Those are the 3 components.
Cool. So then here is the thing. You can be like, hey, you can break down each mechanism. So there is, as an example, there are many layers of placing a setter. There is, I'm going to show you how to find a setter, and you can train them yourself. There's second bonus, the second way, which is, I'll create the material, I'll create your messaging for your setters, and then I'll also find the setter for you, right? And then the best layers of all is, I'll just done for your appointment set. So what you could do is, you could position a bonus as, we'll help you source the setter, and then we will manage them for the first month, so you don't have to do anything. Or you can go a layer up and be like, hey, I'll source the setter, I'll build the messaging, and I will help your client, help your setter implement them. So it's almost like, even on each mechanism, the delivery can be good, better, and amazing. So the bonuses can be how actually, this is a pretty interesting way of positioning the delivery mechanisms. But like, yeah, that's how we'll do it. So you could be like, we'll give you the ads that works, we'll help you give you the ads that work, we'll set up the ads, and we'll look at them, manage them on a weekly basis for you. Or we can just build it once and we don't ever. So it's like, what is the degree of value that you can deliver for each mechanism? And the furthest down the line, the spectrum of like okay to great, is the bonus. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. But in this case, I guess, because I build and release, I wouldn't go to the, like, I guess, the 3rd tier. Because that's
it's the medium. Yeah. You stay in the medium one. Yeah.
Okay.
But it could also be things like, okay, we'll build your Facebook group, right? Like as an example, like that could be a bonus as an example. Or hey, we'll give you content that works, right? Like, or you give us content and we'll edit the ads for you, right? So like you just need to think through like, okay, these three layers of fulfillment, no, these three mechanisms, what are the things that we can put in as bonuses? Let's say like, okay, we'll give you the creatives, or no, you just give us the content and we'll get our editing team to edit it for you in the next in like less than 7 days, right? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. And about the build and release, the last thing I was wondering is when it comes to pricing, we talk about 7K Canadian for the build and release. You think it's a good point?
I don't know. Did you speak with the market yet? I think the market is going to decide on that, bro. I could say yes or no, but like, I think pricing is super dependent on a lot of factors, man. Like the same people who people think are broke are probably going out there and buying a 70K Mercedes, right? So it's like, I would first test it. I'll just get some lead gen appointments and then pitch, right? Like anchor, never start with 7K. If 7K is the price you really want to give them, do not say how much is it and then you say 7K. No, that's the wrong anchor. What you want to say instead, if you want to sell this insurance infrastructure for a lot more, what you need to do is break down how much would a media buyer cost you? How much would an agency cost you? How much would finding an appointment sitter cost you? How much would, let's say, having the right content cost you? Okay, cool. Let's say over time, if you were to own everything here every month, it would probably cost you 7K a month, right? But for us, we'll build it for you, and it will only cost you, let's say, $1,000 a month, or $1,500 at most. We only charge 7K upfront. What do you think? Or let's say the price is 10K, and then they're going to complain about 10K, and then you're like, okay, well, we can give you a 3K discount if you make a decision right now. So like the 7K should be like your no-brainer offer pricing.
Yeah, I understand.
But anchor it with alternatives, right? Show them what an agency would cost them every month, right? Before they even get an appointment sitter, before they even get ad spend and things like that, and that will help them make the decision faster.